Are you ready for some good news? Laziness masquerades as a harmless, everyday sin, but it's a thief that steals destiny. And the gospel's full of grace to overcome laziness. Today's text is in Matthew chapter 25, and it's verse 26. But his master answered him, "You wicked and slothful servant, you knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I scattered no seed. You ought to have invested my money with the bankers, and at my coming I should have received what was my own with interest." That parable in Matthew 25. We're given this interesting story about a man who goes on a journey and entrusts his property to three men. One man received 5 talents, another received 2, and another received 1. The first 2 men invested the money and returned it twofold to the master. But the third man buried it in the ground and returned the 1 talent to the master. It is surprising how angry the master is. After all, the servant was just trying to protect the master's money, right? But there's an even more interesting surprise. It's what the master says to the 1 talent servant. He says, "You wicked and slothful servant." Wicked and slothful? I might expect the master to call him overly cautious, or maybe even afraid. But slothful? It points to a deep, important truth. Fear is the foundation of laziness. Proverbs 22 says the sluggard says there's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the streets. So the fear of moving forward, that's what laziness actually is. In other words, though we can be slothful because of fleshly appetites, our deeper tendency to laziness comes from a lack of faith. The gospel cures laziness by convincing us of the greatness of God's grace and assuring us of victory in Christ. The lazy soul finds safety in doing nothing, but the grace-filled life is energized by hope in Christ. If you ever find yourself slow to tackle a tough task or hesitant to move forward, think of the grace of God. Think of your acceptance in the beloved. Think of the promises of God towards you. God's grace enables you to overcome laziness by overcoming your fear. And that's the gospel. That's today's daily devotional. You can click right here for more like this one, and better yet, subscribe to this channel and get them all. Hope you have a great day.